Bali is one of those places that everyone wants to visit, and it's easy to understand why. It's got amazing beaches, rich culture, and beautiful scenery. But here's the thing, most people only go to the famous spots like Ubud and Kuta. These places are cool, but there's a lot more to see in Bali if you're willing to explore. That's what this video is all about. I'm about to show you some of the best hidden gems in Bali. Sidemen Valley. This place is like a breath of fresh air. While most of Bali can get busy with tourists, Sidemen Valley is quiet and peaceful. It's in the eastern part of the island, away from the crowded areas, and it's full of rice fields and small villages. When I visited, I felt like I had stepped back in time. The villagers were working in the rice fields, and everything was green and lush. It's a great place to go if you want to relax and enjoy nature. You can take long walks through the rice terraces, visit local artisans who make traditional crafts, or just sit and watch the world go by. One of the coolest things I did in Sidemen Valley was stay in a small eco-lodge. It was tucked away in the hills, and the views were incredible. I woke up every morning to the sound of birds and the sight of Mount Agung in the distance. If you're looking for a peaceful place that's not packed, and if you want to enjoy the simple things in life, I definitely recommend coming to Sidemen Valley. East Bali temples. Let's talk about some of the hidden temples in East Bali. These aren't the usual touristy temples that everyone visits. Instead, they're quieter and hold a special kind of magic. One of my favorites was Pura Lempuyang Luhur. It's known for the Gateway to Heaven, a spot where you can take a photo with Mount Agung perfectly framed by the temple's iconic split gate. To get to this temple, you have to climb a lot of stairs, but the view is totally worth it. When I reached the top, it felt like I was on top of the world, surrounded by clouds and sacred statues. Another amazing temple is Pura Goa Lawa. This one's a bit different because it's built around a bat cave. Yes, you heard that right. There's a cave filled with bats, which are actually considered sacred in Balinese culture. I was lucky enough to see a ceremony happening when I visited, with locals offering flowers and incense. It was a powerful reminder of the deep spiritual roots in Bali. These hidden temples give you a glimpse into the real Bali. They aren't as crowded, and you can take your time to appreciate the architecture, the nature, and the spirituality. So if you're interested in these things, then definitely check out these two temples. Hidden waterfalls. If you enjoy chasing waterfalls, the northern part of Bali has some incredible hidden gems that are worth the journey. These waterfalls are off the beaten path, surrounded by gorgeous jungle, and far from the usual tourist crowds. One of the best is Sekumpul Waterfall. It's not just one waterfall, it's actually a series of 7 waterfalls flowing down a steep cliff. To get there, you need to hike through the jungle, cross a few streams, and maybe even get a bit muddy. But the effort is totally worth it. When I got there, I was so stunned by the sight of all that rushing water. You really have to be there and experience it to appreciate just how beautiful it is. It's a perfect spot for taking amazing photos, and if you're feeling brave, you can even take a dip in the cool pool at the base. Another hidden gem is Ailing Waterfall. This one's known for its adventurous activities. Not only can you admire the waterfall, but you can also try cliff jumping and natural water slides. It's a lot of fun, and you'll definitely get your adrenaline pumping. I tried a small jump, and it was both exciting and a little scary. Exactly what you'd want from a day of adventure. These waterfalls offer a different side of Bali, one that's wild and full of natural beauty. If you're up for a bit of adventure and don't mind a hike, these spots are absolutely worth exploring. Bukit Peninsula Beaches. Now, let's head to the Bukit Peninsula, where you can find some of Bali's most stunning hidden beaches. These are the spots that aren't overrun with tourists, so there's a more secluded, laid-back atmosphere. One of my favorite hidden beaches is Green Bowl Beach. To get there, you need to go down a steep staircase. It's a bit of a workout, but once you reach the bottom, you'll find a small, gorgeous beach with crystal clear water. The name Green Bowl comes from the thick greenery that surrounds it, so it creates a natural bowl around the beach. It's a perfect spot to relax, swim, and even explore a couple of small caves that are tucked away in the rocks. Another great beach is Niang Niang. This one is also a bit tricky to get to. You have to walk down a long pathway, but when you get there, you'll be rewarded with a long stretch of white sand and crashing waves. There's even an old shipwreck on the shore, which adds a touch of adventure and makes for some cool photos. It's a popular spot for surfers, but even if you're not into surfing, it's still a great place to unwind and enjoy the ocean breeze. These hidden beaches on the Bukit Peninsula are ideal if you're looking for a quieter beach experience in Bali. You can spend hours relaxing without the crowds, and the scenery is absolutely breathtaking. Hidden cave gems. Bali's hidden caves are a mix of adventure, history, and spirituality. They aren't on the typical tourist maps, but they're super interesting and worth the trip. First, there's Goa Gaja, or Elephant Cave. It's near Ubud and has this amazing entrance with stone carvings that look like something out of a storybook. Inside, it's not a huge cave, but it's filled with ancient shrines where locals come to pray and leave offerings. The area around the cave has lovely gardens and ponds, which makes it feel peaceful and relaxing. You can just stroll around, take in the sights, and feel the sense of history. Another cool cave to visit is Goa Giri Putri, which is on Nusa Penida, one of the islands near Bali. To get in, you have to crawl through a tight spot. It's like squeezing through a hidden door, but then it opens up into a giant cave. It's used as a temple with altars and statues inside. When I visited, it was quiet, and you could hear the sound of prayers echoing in the cave. It felt really calming and special. These caves show a different side of Bali. They have a deeper connection to the island's traditions and spirituality. If you want to experience something a little more off the beaten path, these caves are a great choice. If you're heading to Bali, try to check out these hidden gems. They give you a chance to escape the crowds and see the island's true beauty. You could hike through the rice fields in Sidemen Valley, climb up to the Gateway to Heaven at Pura Lempuyang, or relax on the quiet sands of Green Bowl Beach. Each spot has its own unique vibe, and you'll feel like you're discovering something special. I found these spots more authentic and exciting than the traditional tourist places to visit, and I hope you feel the same way. If you got some travel inspiration from this video or just found it interesting, I'd really appreciate it if you like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this.